Hey, what's going on, guys? So, this is a message that the good Lord brought to me today. And today's date is 9/27/2025, right? So, that can be 9/14 and then 4/5. So, 9 times 5 is also 45. And then you got 0 and then 4/5. So, 450 and then 45. So, this also took me back to Revelations chapter 6 verse 2, with the corresponding numbers being 4545, and then 18 and 18, because 3 6 comes to 18, and then you got 18, which is also going to be 9 and 9, which can be 81, or it can be 18, which would still come to 9, right? So 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. That's going to be 40, and then 9. So, at the 49. Now, the reason I say that, guys, okay, is because, now watch this. 2025, 45, 45, right? 927. Now, the 927 also goes back to, and this is also chapter 5, you know what I'm saying? Or chapter 6, but this is after chapter 5. Now, if you go back to Genesis chapter 5, verse 5, which is also 5 times 5 is 25. Then you got the corresponding numbers 927. And we know that Adam was 930 years old when he died, so that was 120. You see what I'm saying? So 930 is 120, because 9 times 30 is 12, or 9 times or 9 plus 30 is 12, right? So 120. So, and God said, my spirit shall not strive with man forever, for indeed his deeds are wicked, and he shall only live to be 120 years old. And that was in Genesis chapter 6, verse 3. Well, now we're in Revelations chapter 6 here. You see what I'm saying? So I just thought, man, I don't believe in coincidences, you know what I mean? So, but that 4/5, and how it also comes to 49, okay? But the 4/5 also, like I said up here, the 9 times 5 is, or 9 times 14, 9 times 5 is 45, and then you got 45 and 2025. Well, when you scramble those numbers, it also comes to 4554 is how the Lord told me to write it out. And then he told me to take the numbers in, or not the numbers, but the letters in the vocabulary. So the 4th letter in our vocabulary is D, and the 5th letter is E. So D-E-E-D, which stands for deed. And I believe, guys, that we have fulfilled our deed now. So, and we know that after the 62 weeks, the people of the prince who is to come shall confirm a covenant with many. And he's already done this, guys. I'm telling you. He's, for the past 7,000 years, he's been confirming a covenant with many. It's not 7 years. You know what I'm saying? It's 7,000 years. Like I said, he's looked, the devil, and as it is written, guys, the enemy seeked to change the times and the laws, right? So, apparently, a lot of people have forgotten these things, and, it's happening now, guys. That time has come. And the end of all things is at hand. But I wanted to show you another thing, too. So, the deed, I believe, is being fulfilled. And I believe that this is it, guys. Christ is getting ready to take that throne. And, we're getting ready to see Christ come in all his glory. And I can't wait, guys. I honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait. And I'm ready for it, because this world is indeed wicked, and it's been crazy, guys. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, it's been real. You know what I mean? And I'm ready for it to all be said and done. But look at this also. So when you take these numbers from Revelations chapter 6 verses 1 and 2, which is also 6:3, which is, Genesis 6:3, when God, is bringing destruction on the world, or he said that it shall be 120 years old, talking about man. Well, if you take those corresponding numbers, 6, 4, 7, 5, 5, 7, and then 12, you're going to get 4, 5, 7, 12, 7, which is 3, 7, and then 6, 5, which is also 3, 7, 3 for the third week of the 7,000 years and that half hour. Okay? Because God said, before the 12th hour of the earth, I would bring destruction on the heathen. 10 plagues. Okay? So that 373 also comes from 49 times 7. So if you take 49 Jubilees times 7, that's going to come to 343. Okay? And the reason I say that and know that is because I took the weeks, the hours, and the months. Okay? And the reason I say hours because one day is 1 hour, as 1 hour to God. So the hours is 1,000 years, and months you can break down the 12 months into quarters. Hours you can break down into 3 quarters. You see what I'm saying? So that's why God had me set it up this way. So there's your 343. So if I take 1 week, 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks. That's how I got that. So it breaks down into hours. You got 3 4 quarters in the 12, and then you got in months you got 4 3/4. Okay, so that's why I did it like that. But that winds up coming out to that 343, which comes to 639 or 627, which backwards is 726 or 762, which is the 69 prophecy of Daniel, would be complete. And that's where we're at now. We're after that. So if we've hit the 1 week, that was after that, the 69 prophecy, that came right here, guys. So 6, because 1 times 6, this is when Christ came into the world. If you take this 3761, which was in creation, minus the Jubilee times the Jubilee, because you got the year weeks and then the years and then the Jubilees. Okay, and then you plus 16 where Christ came into the world. All right, and then 1 times 6 is going to be 6, and then plus 33 because Christ was 33 years old when he left out of the world. That brings you to the 49 Jubilee. Okay, that'd be 6-9. That's the 69 prophecy of Daniel. And then if you times the 1 week, which would be 7,000 years, 69 times 7, okay, is going to come to 483. So 483 brings you to the 7-year tribulation, or the 7 years. You see what I'm saying? That leaves the last 7 years, which is right here. So Daniel 9:27, because right here's the 69 prophecy of Daniel. Okay, 9:27. All right, because 18 is 9, and then 3 is 27, so 9:277. Boom, 249. See what I'm saying, guys? And then not only that, but 1228, that comes to 58, 148, 148, 58, or it comes to 49, 418, 49. So I believe this is when Christ is going to return right here, guys. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but this is the 33rd solar year. You know what I'm saying? If you take 1, 2, 0, 4, 5, okay, so 2, 2, and then 5, that's 1, 2, 0, 4, 5. That leaves 2, 8, which is 16, which is 7. 12, okay, 12, 45, 1, 2, 0, 4, 5, and then 2, 8, 7. 120, 45. 33 times 364 is 12045, and then 28 is the 7. Because if you take 3 times 7, which is 21,000 minus 12,045, divide that by 2, you're going to get 59, okay, or 527, 59 or 927, and then 45. 495, which is 18.5, which 9.545. See what I'm saying, guys? So, I mean, I can't make these numbers up. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it goes right with the date. So 927, which is 914, and then 22545. You see what I'm saying? Take 3 times 7 for 3 weeks of 7,000 years. Because if one day is 1,000 years to God, right? That'd be 7,000 for completion. So 21. Okay, so that's going to come to 21,000, right? Because 3 weeks of 7. All right, that's why God said, like right here. Look, I'll show you. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth and all the host of them were finished. Okay, 336. Okay, so chapter 2, 336. Now watch this. Verse 2. After verse 2, 336. 3:9 comes to 2:7. See what I'm saying? So 9 and 6 is 5:4, 2:7, 5:4, 5. I can't make it up, guys. So 21,000. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. Let me go back to it. So, and on the 7th day, God ended his work, which he had done. And he rested on the 7th day from all his work, which he had done. Then God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because he rested from all his work, which he had created. Okay? Then there's 4 or 5, 8, 4, or 5, 4, 8 for Revelations. Revelations chapter 5. Here's your 4, 8 at the top of it. And then there's also 9, 4, 9, 7 times 7. And then 18, 18, and 7 and 7. That's 9, 4, 9. See what I'm saying, guys? I can't just make these numbers up. And this is coming straight from the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So, this is real, guys. This is real. Then also you got 4, 5, 1, 8. Okay? Well, if you take August 3rd, I'm sorry, give me a second, guys. Let me get to it. Oh. So, if you take August 3rd, 2025, okay? And if you do 3 times 5, that'll be 15. Then that leaves 8, 2, 2, 8, 4. So 4, 5, 1, 8, 4, 5, 9, 5, 4, or 4, 9, 5. See what I'm saying, guys? So 49, 5. That's also after the 69. So August the 3rd, okay, so you got 2, 3, 0. And then 2 and 5 is 10. And then you got 8. So 6, 8, 1, 6, 9. 69 times 7 comes to 483. That's also 5, 4, and 7. Or 4, 5, 7. From the Daniel prophecy after the 69. 924. See what I'm saying? So I'm not just blowing smoke, guys. This is real. So, and I really wholeheartedly believe that the Lamb is about to, it's getting ready to take the scroll, guys. The Lamb is about to take the scroll. And I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll written inside and on the back sealed with 7 seals. So that's 5, 18, and 11. Well, 5, 8, 1, 1.1. Because 5, 8, 11 goes back to creation, guys. 1 plus 2 comes to 3. 3 times 3 comes to 9. 9 times 4 is 36, which is 18. And verse 5 is as the first day. 18, 5, 1, 5, 8, 11. And then 0.1. So that just comes from this verse right here. And then I saw an angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the scroll and to loose its seals?" Well, 579 or 975. 5-7, which is what we're in right now in the 9th week. So 5-7 and then 9-3, okay, which is 2-7, 5-7, 2-7, 5-7-5. And no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or to look at it. So I wept much because no one was found worthy to open and read the scroll or to look at it. But one of the elders said to me, "Do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has prevailed to open the scroll and to loose its 7 seals." 949. And there's the 5. I mean, I can't make it up, guys. Now, if you take 26 years times 365, that's going to come to 9,049, guys. Well, 6-2. We're at the 26 years, guys. You see what I'm saying? We're there now. Because look, 4 times 3, 1. 4 times 6 is 24. That comes to 8. 9, 2, 4. You see what I'm saying? Daniel 9:24. The 70 weeks, guys. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Also, after this, when you put in plus 49, that comes to 1458. 558, 258, guys. 258. I mean, I can't make it up. But there's your 4518 right there. 4581, 4518. Boom. If you scramble the numbers, guys. I mean, God has always given us the way. There's 14:8 right there. 5-8. At the 62, 623, 66, which comes to 18. Look. 6-6, right? 6-2-3, 6-6, 6-2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6-6. Right? 6-6. And that's also 8-18. Because 3 times 6 is 18, right? So 8-18. That's creation, you guys. 3761 minus 49. 8-18. Because 4 times 9 is 36. 4 plus 9 is 13. 8 and 4, it also comes to 32. That's because of the devil. But 8-18, that deals with the 72 strokes. 9 and 8. 9 times 8 is 72. Boom. And we're at that 27 now, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the 148. So that's 3-6 and then 5-8. 3-6-5. So 9. Yeah. And then there's your 3-7, your 21. But your 1-2-2, that's 148. 148, guys. You see what I'm saying? Boom, 148. Like, I'm not just blowing smoke. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is real, guys. This is where I really believe that this is where we're at. And now is the time to prepare. Okay? Now is time, because I'm telling you, it's getting ready to get ugly on earth. It is getting ready to get ugly. And I looked, and behold, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 living creatures, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb, as though it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. So 7 horns, 7 eyes as the 7 spirits of God. Well, that's 3 sevens, guys. That's 21. You see what I'm saying? So, and then there's also 6-2-7, 6-3-9. Do you see that, guys? 6-3-9-4-10. What's this? 6-3-9, just from doing weeks, hours, and months. You see what I'm saying? I can't make it up, guys. 6-3-9. 6-3-9 and then 4-10, which also comes to 50. 5 and then 7. And then he came and took the scroll out of the right hand of him who sat on the throne. Boom, 7 and 42 comes to 49. 4, 9, and 8, guys. Woo! Praise the Lord. So, I really believe, guys, that this is where we're at. There's that 6, 7 and 62 comes to 69. Boom. See what I'm saying? 4 times 9, or 49 times 3, guys, comes to 14.7, 5.7. I can't make it up, guys. You see what I'm saying? I mean, this is where we're at, man. This is real, y'all. There's your 2377. I mean, look, if I take 1 week, hour, and month. 1, 4, 3. Okay? 1, 4, and 3 is going to be 7. So 1, 7. 2, 7. 3, 7. 8, 9, 7, 2. 14, and then 10. Because of the desolations, the years, 10,000 years, guys, millenniums, because of what the devil has done, we've been in desolations. So we are at that third 7 now, which will complete our 1,000 years. Okay? We will fulfill all the days, because after this, guys, after judgment comes, that's it, guys. We are gonna own the earth. We will reap the earth, guys, and we will have life everlasting, everlasting. So I can't just make these numbers up like it's real, guys. And then this 9857142, okay, also deals with the enemy, guys. Okay, this is the poisons, and because of the poisons that the devil has poured out on that fig bar, of that fig, okay, that he gave to Eve. All right, if you take 483, divide that by 49, you're going to get 9.857142, just like I got from these numbers right here from doing this this ordeal that God gave me, this enigma, okay? And I thought it was pretty awesome. But I got 9, 8, okay? 14 is 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 9, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2. And then that leaves the 2, 7, which is 14. Ha! Check that out. So, 9857142. Also, when I broke that down, it allowed me to know. I took the numbers from the alphabet, and it said hide bag or hide gab. So, they've been hiding their language, and they've been hiding the treasures, the bag, the booty, the money, okay, from us. Okay? And it's due to us becoming blind in the garden back in 3177. You know why I say that? 31777. Watch this. This is how good God is, guys, because he really does reveal things to us. Okay, you ready? Let's go to Jubilees real quick. It's amazing, man. God is so good. All right. Chapter 3 of Jubilees. And look. Oh, look at that. 2-7. Imagine that. And look, what did I just say? The 2 and the 7's left over, right? From 9, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2. That leaves 2, 7. And actually 10, 2, 7. 10, 14, right? Wow. So 1014 also deals with the sun and the moon. All right. But now watch this. So that came to the 9857142, right? Which leaves the 2-7. Well, look at that. 2-7. And then chapter 3, verse 17. 317. And after the completion of 7 years, which he had completed there, 7 years exactly. 317, 77, 7 years, 7 years exactly. Then, look, 8. You see that 8? Look. 17, 8, And then in the second month, on the 17th day, the serpent came and approached the woman. And the serpent said to the woman, has God commanded you, saying, you will not eat of every tree of the garden? Well, guys, I'm here to tell you now that our deed is coming to fruition, guys. And look, this is funny. Watch this. 24. And this is chapter 4, verse 24. So 4:8, which is also 32, or comes to 6. And on account of it, God brought the waters of the flood on all the land of Eden, for there he was set as a sign, that he should testify against all the children of men, and that he should recount all the deeds of all the generations until the day of condemnation. 25. And he burned the incense of the sanctuary, and even sweet spices acceptable before the Lord on the mountain. Guys, check that out. So, this is talking about Enoch too, by the way. All right, Enoch. So, and he was moreover with the messengers of God these 6 jubilees, and they showed everything to him which is on earth and in the heavens, the rule of the sun, and he wrote down everything. He testified to the watchers who had sinned with the daughters of men, for those who had begun to unite themselves with them so as to be defiled with the daughters of men. And Enoch testified against them all. 23. And he was taken among the children of men, and was conducted into the garden of Eden in majesty and honor, and beheld, he wrote down the condemnation and judgment of the world and all the wickedness of the children of men. Boom. Ain't that pretty amazing, guys? So, now, 244, if you look at that and you scramble that, you got 424. Well, if you scramble that, that'd be 244, which is going to be 27. Ha! You see what I'm saying, guys? So, look. And then 27. And on that day on which Adam went out from the garden, he offered a sweet savor. Look, verse 27. 327, 314, which comes to 35, guys. Boom! So if you go back to Genesis, you see what I'm saying? Bear with me, guys. So 3:14, boom. And God said to the serpent, that's where he cursed the serpent. 3:5. So he said, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. Well, 3:15, that's also 4:5. For 20 years, they've offered sacrifices. Okay? That's why the 16 and 20, 72. 72 strokes brought on us from the garden. All right? But that's also 3:15, 3:6, which is 18, which is where we're at now, guys. So, if you're going through a lot of spiritual warfare and everything right now, this is why. It's because of the enmity that's been put between him and the woman, and between the devil's seed and our seed. But we shall bruise his head, and he shall bruise our heel. So we know we're stepping on the heads of those who are trying to take us down. But they do bruise our heel. Don't get it twisted. Okay? So, and then 3:16, and to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception, and in pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. Well, 3:16. 12th year after that 49, guys. John 3:16, 12:28. See what I'm saying? The 12th year of God's final age started in 1997, and then there's your 28 years later, that's 16. That's at right now, 2025. So I can't just make these up, but that's the deeds, guys. So that he should reaccount all the deeds of the generations. You see how I got to that number, though? And that's just from that date, guys. And oh yeah, that's 244 from 8/3/2025 also, because 8 and 3 comes to 24. 2445 275. Boom! I can't make it up, guys. You see what I'm saying? Now let me get back to this. So yeah, I mean, you can't mistake this. You can't make this up, man. You know what I mean? But there you go. 572, 514, 55255. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can't make it up, guys. So you got 2025, and then the 28, which is gonna be, you know, right here. 2025, and then the 28, 457. So this is it, guys. I believe we're on our way out, man. You know what I mean? So I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention and bring this understanding to you all. But I thought it was amazing how it's going right with scripture, man. And I mean, you can't make it up. You know, like when you take these numbers, guys, and you scramble them, like 4 and 7 comes to 28. But that's 328 or 68. Boom. And the second conflict on the earth. And he opened the second seal, and another horse came, fiery red, and went out, and was granted to him who sat on it to take peace and from the earth, and that people should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword. Well, there's your 18 and 2:6. Or 6:2. 9:26, Daniel 9:26. Boom. That's when he confirmed the covenant with many for 1 week. Daniel 9:26, 3:4, 12. The 12th year of God's final age, so 12. 12, right? And then you got 2:8. Even though, I mean, I know it says 9:26, but that's the 9:26, 9 Daniel. I mean, this is real, guys. It's not like made up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, things are getting ready to pop off on the earth. And it's getting ready to get real serious. Real serious. See? 7 and 4, 28. 7 and 42, that's your 49. So 7 times 49 comes to 343. And then you got your 12-6, 3-6, which is 18. The 18 hours that we've been in desolations. 18 hours that they've been, you know, ruling over us. 18 years these chiefs and kings have ruled over us. It's real, guys. So get ready. And I'm going to tell you right now, I really believe 2025, and I mean, think about it. They just blew the shofar in Israel. They just blew the shofar on 9/26. 9/26 is 9/3. 9/3 is 2/7. 2/7/7. See what I'm saying, guys? So, I mean, we're at that 49, man. I really believe, guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people think that the rapture is real, but it's not. What's going to happen is there's going to be many people that die in this earthquake, and then they will rise. That's what's going to happen, guys. It's not only in this Bible, in this book, but it's also in the Revelation of Abraham. I'll go to it real quick. All right, here we go. Sorry, wrong one. I mean the Testament. So many books in here. Okay, here we go. All right, so the Testament of Abraham. All right, and he said, this is going to come to... Wow, check this out. So chapter 17, which also comes to 8, and then 14:7. I know it says 471, right? But if you scramble it, it'd be 147, which is 57, which is 3 times 49. All right. Then he said, verse 13, and from the great bitterness and fierceness there died servants and maidservants in the number of about 7,000. And the righteous Abraham came to indifference of death, so that his spirit failed him. All right, and then I'm gonna show you where it says in the earthquake, those in death. Okay, let me see. Righteous Abraham. And from the bitterness, I read out about 7,000. Let me find it real quick, guys, because I know it talks about. It says the earthquake. It says earthquake. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. For the right hand. Okay, therefore Abraham fell on his face and on the ground, and with him, he sent the spirit of life on those who were dead, and they were made alive again. Then the righteous Abraham gave glory to God. Three-headed serpent. Mortal fierceness. I can't remember where it said that, but I know that it definitely talks about it. Earthquake. Let's see, I showed you most righteous because men are destroyed by wild beasts, and others by poisonous snakes, serpents, and asps, and Cerastes, basilisks, and vipers breathe out their life and die. And I showed you the destroying cups mingled with poison, because many men are given poison to drink and immediately depart unexpectedly. And 72 deaths. And I tell you the truth of God that there are 72 deaths. Which is what the 72 strokes. But I can't remember. I know it talks about the earthquake. I thought it said earthquake in here too, that they died by an earthquake. 7,000 died in the earthquake. I know it says 7,000 died in the earthquake in Revelations. The witnesses shall be resurrected. 11:11 is 22. Okay, and great hell. Let's see. And great hell fell from heaven upon men, each about the weight of a talent. Men blasphemy. No, that's not it. And now the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the city of the nations fell, and great Babylon was remembered. $7,000 in the earthquake. I know it says it. I just got to find it. I can't remember where it states it at. But I know it stated that about 7,000 died in the earthquake. So, and that's due. So I don't believe in the rapture. Because like I said, in other videos previous to that, a lot of people twist 1 Thessalonians 4:15, and I wholeheartedly believe that, and know that it states that by no means will those who are alive precede those who are dead. But, 7,000 people died in that earthquake, and that's 14:7, so 5-7. 4-5-7, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not just making it up. Look. Verse 13, okay? And from the great bitterness and fierceness there died servants and maidservants in the number of 7,000, and the righteous. So, 4:13, and then 5:14. So that's 4-5-7. Boom. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just saying, guys, be prepared. We're not promised our next breath, and you know, the good Lord said that He even willed it for them to die so that they would not see or have to endure the calamity that they would bring on, that God would bring on the heathen during that hour. So, and that's because the Lord willed it for them to die. It even states that in Jasher, the book of Jasher. I don't know why it just cut off on me. But it states right here that, and all the sons of men who knew the Lord died that year before the Lord brought evil on them. For the Lord willed them to die, so as not to behold the evil that God would bring on their brothers and relatives, as He so declared to do. And that's at 5:21, chapter 5, verse 21. I mean, we're 3 times 7 is 21, guys. That's where we're at. You see what I'm saying? That's why I did that. 3 times 7 minus the 12,045. I don't know where I did with it, but that's why I come to that. I think it was 14977 or something like that. I can't remember. Oh, it came to 149,775, which is 45775, 4549, and then the 5. So I can't just make them numbers up. You see what I'm saying, guys? And not only that, but check this out. If you look at this backwards, you got 1, 2, 5, 4. Okay? So, or 1, 2, 45, 1245. And that's from Jasher. And that's, you know, verse 12. And all the sons of men who knew the Lord died that year. So I wholeheartedly believe, guys, that there's getting ready to be a shaking. And there's getting ready to be an earthquake. And those who know the Lord are going to go down in it. And look, be grateful. It's okay. Because we will rise and reign with Him for 1,000 years on earth. Okay? So I mean, I mean, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying that, you know, the numbers line up, guys. And I would just make sure that you keep your wicks trimmed, keep oil in your lamps, and keep your lamps burning, and be ready, because He's going to come like a thief in the night. All right? So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Shalom, shalom.